What's up, guys? Today we'll be reviewing round 5 of the NRL season 2024. Let's jump right in. A very interesting round full of a few upsets and a lot of drama and suspensions. First game, the Storm and the Broncos. This was a really entertaining game to watch. The attack of both teams really shone. Is that the word? Both teams' defense was a bit disappointing, and I think that's what teams need to work on. We'll move to the Storm first. This home ground advantage is what got them over the line, really. The Broncos a bit disappointed, but I think Benjamin Takora, the new tallest man in the NRL, he played pretty well. The Broncos, their defense has been an issue. The defense hasn't been the best in the league since they've been good, which is really just last year and until now. I think the Storm were the better team. I think the Storm deserved to win. But overall, a great contest. And I don't think the Broncos will be too disappointed. I mean, they'd be disappointed with the loss, but you're playing the Storm. The Storm aren't going to drop out of the 8 until like 2030 at this rate. Because, they're good. They're always good. This next game, Bulldogs and Roosters. How much can you take out of this game? There was so much drama, a send-off and a sin-bin. The Roosters had the worst possible first half. They were done 26-0. Then Tedesco got injured. Walker got concussed, I'm pretty sure. Dominic Young got sent off. They just looked terrible in the first half, the Roosters. And then in the second half, they flipped the score. They flipped the switch. They really almost beat the Dogs. They scored 4 tries with 12 men and 1 with 11. They scored a try for 11 men. They were pretty good. Dogs, they're better in the first half. I think the Roosters almost deserve to win. The Dogs, very disappointing in the second half, and I think you need to work on that because they're playing the Storm next week and it doesn't look bright for them, but they beat them Mary Park last year. The Roosters, they go on to play, I think it's the 9th next week on the Thursday. Overall, a drama-filled game. I think Dominic Young is suspended for 2 matches. Pretty sure. Yeah, but the Bulldogs will win 30-26. This game was fun to watch because of the weather. The weather was absolutely atrocious, which made it very fun to watch. The Knights, they were the better team. They deserve to win. The Dragons, I don't know, man. Their defense was really good last week against Manly, and then this week they kind of just fell apart. I mean, their attack, especially in the second half, was just terrible. It was the kicks, the bombs were like going way too short, and the Knights one was just caught it way too easily. So there's a lot of things for the Dragons to work on after that, but I hope they don't work on it because they're playing the Tigers next week. But the Knights, I don't think they weren't at their best, but they were good enough. And they beat the Dragons 30-10. Probably their best performance of the year, the Knights, but I don't know how much you take out of a win against the Dragons. The next game, Souths and the Warriors. I thought the Saturday would be better than it actually was. We'll start with Souths. After the first 5 minutes, they were flat. They were so flat. Their defense was terrible, and their attack was just terrible. The Warriors, yes, they were great, but the Souths were awful. Souths, I don't know what's wrong with them. They beat the Bulldogs. Pretty lucky to win that game. I thought the Dogs were better for most of it. So, a 1-4 start is not looking good for Souths. I think, though, the Warriors, they can be proud of this. They're 3-2. 2 close losses. They could easily be 5-0, the Warriors. They could very easily be 5-0. No, don't know. The Warriors, they play Manly next week, and I don't know who Souths play. I'm going to be honest. The next game, the Rabbitohs and Penrith. Rabbitohs? The Sea Eagles and Penrith. I'm going to be completely honest. I did not watch much of this game. Watched a little bit on my train to the Tigers game, but yeah, I didn't watch much of it. I just saw the first and last try of the game, which was scored by Penrith. But it looked like Manly were better, and they got up for the celebration of DCE, who broke the game thing for Manly, the games count. The most capped Manly player scored a try. It seemed like Penrith weren't great. It seemed like the defence got exposed by Manly. Not too much concerns for Penrith, I don't think. I don't think they're gonna be a terrible team just off one loss. Yeah, Manly, they could be a good team though this year. Next game, I released a video before this one. I have a more in-depth preview, but put it short. The Dolphins, they were better. They kind of dominated the first half. They had a lot of ball, and the Tigers did hold them out for most of the first half. Down 14-0, they were still in the contest. And Fartape, he got his first 2 tries, which was good to see. But yeah, not too disappointed off the Tigers. This game, Cowboys and the Titans, I tipped the Cowboys to win 42-8. Looked like that might happen in the first half. It was 16-0 to the Cowboys. I thought maybe. But the Titans in that second half, there were signs of life. Their attack, that has been their strong point with their whole history pretty much, came to life. And their defence has never been good. The Titans are not known for their defence. And they got it back, I think they were down 28-4 at one stage, and they brought it back to 28-22. The Cowboys just ran out the rest of the game as they needed to, and the Cowboys won 35-22. Still, I don't think the Titans were terrible, but they're 0-4. They need to win desperately. The only winless team, the Titans. Next game, I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch it. I watched literally the last minute and a half. I watched Timo Curry's try, and that's about it. But, from what I can tell, the Raiders just dominated. I think it was only, it was 13-0 at halftime. Not a very normal scoreline. It just looked like the Raiders were really good, and Parramatta, well, they might be in trouble. Parramatta. 2 straight losses, and, I think now they're 2-3. I think they're 2-3. Parramatta, so I really don't know what's up with the Eagles. I mean, I know there's no Moses, but he's gone for most of the season, I'm pretty sure. So they need to find something quick, Parramatta. They need their halves to gel. So the Sharks had the bye. Now let's have a quick look at the ladder. The Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Storm, and the Sharks in the top 4. The Raiders, the Warriors, the Sea Eagles, and Penrith in the top 8. The Tigers, the Roosters, the Broncos, and the Knights, Bulldogs are the fringes, with the Eels, Dragons, Titans, and the Rabbitohs in the bottom 4. So, the Titans are still the only winless team, but they've had a bye. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, as I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, peace.